responded to a suspicious person call that eventually led to the death of the subject. Last name was Scroggie. So as of the other day, the state attorney has cleared Sergeant Vaughn in the shooting, which we were pretty confident that they were going to do because of the incident. And basically what occurred was we initially got a call for a suspicious person. As Sergeant Vaughn was en route to the call, it was upgraded a little bit because the subject followed a woman home. She was walking her dog. He followed her home and he began banging on the door. So we have a 911 call that we're about to play for you, and this is the 911 call that the subject, Ms. Purvis, who lived at the residence, she called 911, and this is what transpired. So, yeah, and also you'll see a video. The video you're going to see of the incident is from a surveillance camera across the street from where the incident took place. Now, there's going to be a tree in the way, but if you look closely, you can still see that as soon as Sergeant Vaughn arrives on scene and makes contact with the subject, he's going to fight for his life as soon as he lays hands on the guy. So we're going to play the video for you real quick.
Okay, my deputy's almost there. I don't see him there. Oh, what the hell? He's breaking. He's breaking. Come on. He's breaking. He's breaking the window. Is he breaking the window? Yes. 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 He's breaking the window. No, he's not here. Hello? 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 I'm telling you, Jody. He's here. He's here. Hello? Hello? He do sound the resident, y'all. Okay, I think that's the deputy. Help! Please help! She said, hurry, get the back up there. Is he fighting the bed? Help is coming. Okay, help is coming. Ma'am? Keep the phone open. Are you still fighting the deputy? Four shots. Is the deputy down or did he shoot the man?
Okay, so there you have it. As you can tell by Ms. Purvis's voice, she was pretty scared. So when Jimmy got there, as soon as he grabbed the individual to take him down, the fight was on. My deputy was struck several times in the groin, in the face. He was hitting the suspect back with absolutely no effect. He tried to deploy his taser. The taser ended up on the ground, and the guy continued to punch the deputy. So finally, at the last resort, he pulls his gun and shoots him 4 times, and Mr. Scroggie dies in the driveway. So the main thing I wanted to impart, especially to citizens of Santa Rosa County, things like this can happen anywhere. This guy was from Kansas, and he was traveling through our county, and this is what transpired. So we do have a low crime rate here, but I'll tell you this, anything can happen on any given day, and this is proof of that. So Sergeant Vaughn was cleared through the state attorney's office. And I'll tell you what a brave guy. He ran toward the guy as she was running away, got in between them. The fight erupted, and unfortunately, Mr. Scroggie got killed, but that's what happens when you resist arrest. Our deputies will overcome whatever force that they're applying toward the deputy. They will overcome it, and if it eventually involves the death of the suspect, so be it. And that's what occurred this time. So, do you have any questions for me?
Did you say what drugs were in his system? We heard there were drugs.
Don't know. There's toxicology usually takes 3 to 4 months to come back, so we don't know. But as soon as that does come back, we'll let you know.
Can you talk about what happened with the taser? We had heard that he tried to tase him and then he knocked it out of his hand.
Right, well, and we don't know exactly. I believe what Sergeant Vaughn said, he attempted to tase him and the taser did not function. And at that time, it got knocked to the ground, and then the fight was on after that. And then finally, he just got so tired and he was being overpowered that he ended up having to shoot the guy. And Sergeant Vaughn's been with us for 13 years, and he's been a sergeant for just a little under a year.
You said you were confident. Talk about just kind of why you were so confident that everything went well.
Because I had seen the video. I saw the video that day, and it's obvious as soon as Sergeant Vaughn arrived, the guy's intention was to disable or kill Sergeant Vaughn, and he overcame that force. And you know, unfortunately for Sergeant Vaughn, anytime a law enforcement officer has to kill somebody, that's not what we signed on to do. We signed on to help people. But when it comes to something like this and you're protecting a citizen, you know, every once in a while you have to do it. So Sergeant Vaughn definitely acted appropriately, and unfortunately for Mr. Scroggy, it did not work out well.
So he didn't have a gun on him, but you all do think that he was trying to get that gun from the officer and kill him?
Well, no, I don't think
No.
he's trying to get the gun from him, but it gets to a point in a fight when the officer believes that he may lose consciousness, and then his gun will be exposed and he could be killed. So that's why he ended up shooting the guy, even though he had no weapon. And you'll see in the news a lot, well, he shot an unarmed man. Well, yeah, he did. But this is the thing, when you're resisting arrest, that officer's gonna overcome the resistance. And he's gonna overcome it with whatever means necessary. And last resort is shooting somebody, but we can shoot unarmed people. And it's perfectly legal to do so, especially when you're beating on an officer, you're kicking him in the groin. You know, it's on, and he's fighting for his life. So gun or no gun, we can still shoot people for that. That's it. You're awfully quiet today.
How's the sergeant doing? His well-being?
He's doing good, and what we do, after somebody shoots someone in the line of duty, we send them to counseling. It's not their choice, we make them go. And so he has been speaking to a counselor, and as anyone would in a shooting, you know, he's having a tough time. It's to the point where, you know, you sign up for this to help people and you end up having to kill somebody, that weighs on your mind. And any good human being doesn't want to kill another human being. So that's why we force people to go to counseling, because, you know, obviously even if they don't think they need it, they probably do.
Any other information as to why Mr. Scroggy was there?
No clue. Absolutely no clue. He was from, I believe he was living in Pensacola. And why he was in the neighborhood, we have absolutely no idea.
He has no connection to that neighborhood.
No, none whatsoever. None. So
We had heard that he pulled up and was thinking that this woman, Miss Purvis, was someone named Jody.
Yeah, he was calling her by name, and she could tell, I guess, that there was a problem with him. That's why she rushed back home and went inside and closed and locked the door. And he continued, as you saw, banging on the door, going to the window, breaking in the window. So we have no idea. We'll never know actually what was in his mind at the time, but he had no connection whatsoever to that subdivision. None. Anything else? Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you.